Hello there, this is Moletrap doing another audio commentary, of course, as usual. This map is going to be fascinating. This match is going to be fascinating because this is a match between Jaedong, who we see here in the green, and also Savior, who we see in yellow. This is actually part of the Pro League. This is CJ Entis versus, I forget which team Jaedong's on. But it's interesting because these guys are both in OSL, and there's a chance that they might meet up later on in OSL. So this is kind of a preview of how things might go if that happens. Um, Savior stands a very good chance of getting out of his group. Jaedong, a decent chance as well of getting out of his group, depending on how things go in there. So both of them are probably going to be at least advancing to the next round of OSL. I'm guessing it's hard to tell with Jaedong's group though. But anyways, so this will be pretty fascinating. This is Ungoro Crater is the name of this map, and by the way, Zerg versus Zerg can happen very quickly. Things can change very quickly. Jaedong getting down his pool very early on. What I was going to mention about this map is that it's not that big of a map, but the land routes between your bases are pretty convoluted. So error is probably actually a pretty good way to go on this map. For some reason, Savior is sending out a drone here. Interestingly, okay, it looks like he's going to try and get that expansion in the bottom right corner there, which is interesting. He's not going for his natural. He may be trying to keep that hidden, which is kind of a good thing actually, because it looks like Jaedong is going for a very quick. No, he's canceled it. Okay, he sees that his overlord gets in there. He sees he must be seeing that pool there, and he's canceled that. Yeah, he's canceled that hatchery because he knows he needed those minerals for the. So I'm not sure why he didn't have enough anyways for both, but basically he knows that those lings are going to be heading over to his base very soon. He needs something to counteract those lings, and he knows that Jaedong is going to be getting a Spire very early as well. So he is going to plant down that expansion there, which is probably a good move because it's going to be a little bit hidden. And Jaedong eventually is going to have Mutalisks out and going to be able to assault his economy. And so he hasn't planted it yet. Maybe he's just planting it now. It looks like this is actually kind of similar to what happened between crap, who was it? Jelizerg and Quanro, I believe. Yeah, where Quanro was a little bit ahead in his lings and everything, but Jelizerg was able to hold it off because he scouted it. And it all depends on if that Sunken is going to come in. He is building a. The Sunken does come in, so perfect timing for Savior. Absolutely perfect timing for Savior. The Sunken colony comes in. He's going to be able to hold off those lings, and in the meantime, the problem here, though, for Savior is that he didn't get that expansion down. He didn't get that other hatchery early, so he's not going to have necessarily that economic advantage that he would have had from spending that extra time. He is getting it down now, so he may have. He's going to have that. It's basically going to come down to whether or not Jaedong actually sees that expansion or not. Jaedong getting his Spire up already, so this is going to come down to the wire again, just like that game. And Jaedong going in with some lings. Those lings are taking out several drones here, which is probably a good move on his part. They're getting taken down by the Sunken Colony, but they are going to get. But he took out several drones there, so that was really big actually. Savior now down to only, it looks like 6 or 7 drones mining minerals, so he is economically behind as well. In fact, I wondered when that happened with Quanro, why Quanro didn't just go in and try and attack some of the drones and just lose his lings there against Jelizerg. And in that game, Jelizerg, Savior doesn't even have that drone mining. So it looks like Jaedong only has a couple extra drones mining there, but that is pretty significant in this. In any case, so Jaedong going in and taking out several drones, it's going to be a very big deal for him. It looks like Savior is getting another Sunken, so he's not going to have to worry as much about those little Zergling attacks, but Jaedong is going to have Mutalisks in just a moment, and I'm not sure what Savior's going to have to counter that right now. It looks like Jaedong is going to scout this base. Jaedong sending lings out to various bases to scout because he didn't see that extra hatchery in the Savior base. So this is very bad. You can see all those lings gathering, rushing in. He's going to be able to kill off this hatchery very easily because Savior does not have anything to deal with that. It looks like Savior was actually getting his Spire there. So basically, it's going to come down to whether or not Jaedong's Mutalisk can get in and do damage to Savior's base before Savior gets his Mutalisks out, because Jaedong's Mutalisks are probably popping right about now. Savior, you see, trying to send in some Lings. That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to send in a few Lings here and pick off some drones. Oh, unfortunately for him, Jaedong either expecting it or seeing it coming, sends his Mutalisks over there. At least that does buy him some time, though. Uh-oh. Jaedong massing a bunch of Lings here. He's going to go straight for the Juggler. He's trying to take out all of Savior's economy all at once. Savior having to run his drones out there. If Jaedong takes out this Sunken Colony, then that will be it for Savior. Savior having Mutalisks pop out as well, so those Mutalisks are going to be able to kill off those Lings a little bit, but not before Savior loses a lot of drones. Well, not a lot, but he lost a few more, and he was already behind, so this is not looking good for Savior. Savior popping out some Scourges. It looks like the last few larvae from that hatchery that died, turning into Scourges there. So Savior clinging to this match, using this last few larvae to his advantage to not letting him go to waste. It looks like because Jaedong went for such quick tech, he does not have a lot of economy, so there is a chance that Savior will be able to fight this off. This is going to be the battle here coming up. It's going to depend on who micros better, and unfortunately the match is going to be in Savior's base, so Savior's drones are probably going to be taking some hits here. This does not look good for Savior, honestly. Mutalisk going in, Scourge is going in, taking out one of Savior's Mutalisks there. It looks like Savior came out with more Mutalisks in this battle, though, because he had more Scourges there from those extra larvae there. A couple of Jaedong's Mutalisks are almost down to dead. One of his is almost dead. Savior has one Mutalisk left, but Jaedong's Mutalisks are one of them was almost dead, so he tried to fall back there, leaving his one that actually had health in there to attack Savior's Mutalisk. Savior making another Mutalisk there, so Savior barely able to fight that off, and he doesn't lose any drones in that ordeal. So at this point they're almost even. Jaedong having a couple extra drones though, I think, and I think that's going to make the difference in the long run, because Savior doesn't have those larvae anymore from that other hatchery because of the fact that it was hidden. He's trying to get that economic advantage, and Jaedong was able to find that. So huge battle there. Basically, the only way that Savior can come back in this is if he can pull off some crazy micro. Jaedong coming in with a few Lings. It looks like he was not able to pick off any more drones there. Savior Mutalisk camping out his own base there. Was able to take that out. It's going to come down to the next couple air battles. Who can micro better and who has a better combination of Scourges and Mutalisks in order to take out the other one. Savior really needs to go and attack. Okay, he was moving out there to try and attack some of Jaedong's economy, which is exactly what he needs to do. Savior could take this game if he gets a good solid hit on Jaedong's economy, but he on his way there, Jaedong finding him on the way and taking him out. Jaedong with those couple extra drones able to make a few more Lings, and it looks like Jaedong is going for the finishing blow here. He's going to come in with some Lings and some Mutalisks at the same time. Savior microing around, but he cannot micro between those Mutalisks and the Lings at the same time, and he realizes that, and he GG's. He knows that he can't defeat both the Air Force and the Ground Force at the same time. So Savior and Jaedong, two of the best Zergs in the game right now. And Jaedong known for his absolute crazy Zerg versus Zerg, taking that game. Although, it's not necessarily going to say anything too much because, as always, in Zerg versus Zerg, luck is about half of it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens if they match up again. All right, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed that.